Hi, it's Joyce from Purple Cats Quilting, and today I'm going to share with you how I make these beautiful little key fobs. They make great gifts. I love attaching them to so many things. You could even make a zipper puller for your coat. You could make a zipper puller on a bag. I love being able to have my keys at easy reach, so I actually added a little hook so that I could attach it to the outside of my bag so I can find my keys easy. I also have the Louis waist pack on, and there's a little D-ring on there, and so I've added the little hook, and I can hook my keys onto there and be hands-free and always be able to find them. Lots of times when we make bags, we put a little key hook inside to attach our keys to the inside of the purse, so in the dark we're not always fumbling. It's really nice to be able to have this big key ring, to be able to find it, to hang it on the wall when you come in. Everything. So first of all, we're going to look at, there's two different techniques that I did. One of them is using webbing, and we always have a little bit of webbing left over, maybe some ribbon left over from different projects. This is a great way to use it up, make it a gift, make it something really useful. Doesn't matter what size you have, because as you can see, I used a small one and made that cute little fob that just makes it easy to find in your desk at work or whatever. I like these bigger ones here. These are actually a wrist fob that you can wear on your arm. And so I make these ones 12 inches long. If you've got big hands, you might want to make it about 14. If you've got smaller hands, you could adjust the size. So I've got a 12-inch piece of webbing here, 12-inch piece of Tulip Pink, this beautiful Renaissance ribbon, and I'm going to apply that. I'm going to sew it on. The one thing that I found that's really makes it easy is if I use a glue stick and I put it on the back of my ribbon, it just kind of holds it in place while I top stitch it down. So I'm going to just center it on there. I'm going to take it over to my sewing machine, and I'm going to top stitch it down on both edges. So just 1/8 of an inch from the top of the ribbon and all the way around. I back stitch here a couple times just to reinforce that ribbon there. Then your next step is you have to seal this webbing. This webbing will run if you don't seal it, and you seal it with heat. So we just burn off the edges there and there. And you can actually do that with your ribbon on, because it will seal the ends of your ribbon also. So we'll just seal those ends. Something else that I like to use is E6000, which is a glue we use in bag making. And I join the ends of my webbing, and I put a little healthy dab of glue on there for two reasons. One, it'll reinforce it, it'll seal off those edges, and it kind of holds it in here while I'm manipulating it and getting ready to punch this down. The way these key fobs are made is there's two big teeth in there that will, they will actually go into your webbing. So I push it down by hand as much as I can. Then you can use any kind of tools that you can have. I have a rubber mallet here. It's kind of big. I have a small hammer. Then I had this little, I think that's a ball peen hammer. And it actually was the best one, just a little one, so that I could just hit that edge. And you can see that I've got a piece of batting on here. Actually, I've got a piece of any soft and stable foam, just so that I don't dent my hardware. So I put that just around it underneath when I'm hammering it down. And then you can see that it holds it really secure, because now those teeth are in there. And with that glue, it'll make it really, really durable. So the other one that I really like that I've been playing around with is scraps. We all have a few scraps. I'm using a 1-inch 25mm fob end. So what I want is, I don't want a 1-inch finished piece of fabric. I want just smaller than that. So what I did was I did 3.75 inches wide. So 3.75 inches deep, I guess, by 12 to 14 inches wide, depending on how big you want that key fob to go around your wrist or to hang on the wall. So I did 3.75. So I put EB Fuse Light, an interfacing. I fused it to the back of the fabric. And then we're going to do what they call a 4-fold technique. So the first fold that you do is, and you're doing this at the iron too, is you fold it in half. Then you're going to open it up And you're going to fold the outside edges to that middle line that you've just made with the fold. So it's a 1, 2, 3, 4 fold, it's called. And then you put it together and you're going to match those raw edges. And again, I'm pressing this really good over at the iron. Then I top stitch that 1/8 inch seam all along the edge. So the first seam I make is the folded edges that meet. Then I go down to the edge, I back stitch a few times just to reinforce it, go down the other edge, back stitch again. Then I'm going to trim it, just square it up, trim up the edges with my ruler and my rotary cutter. I don't have to seal this seam because this is fabric, but this is another place where that E6000 glue comes in really handy because it will help my edges from not fraying and it'll help them stay enclosed in the end of this key fob hardware. So I'm going to put them in there with the glue. I have pretty strong hands, so I can do that. There is a tool you can buy called a key fob clamp or plier, but this is how I've done them all the time. So is that cute? Look at this little key fob here for an animal lover. Maybe I'll make sure that this goes with me next time Bailey gets his little haircut. They're just so cute. You can personalize them if you have somebody who loves turtles. You can make turtle fabric. Mario, you could make Mario fabric. This beautiful tulip pink ribbon has the foxes on it. This one has the little hedgehogs. My friend Lizzie loves hippos, so I tried to fussy cut the hippo. This is going to be for her. I love fishing, so this one's going to be for me. It's a bunch of fly fishing fabric. So that's really cool. And again, if you have a bag that already has these hooks on them, you could just open up that hook and stick your key fob there on the front of your bag. This is the by Yenny's Take a Stand bag that I actually use as a purse quite a bit. I just love it. And again, you can add those little hooks there and clip them onto your belt, clip them onto your purse. I just love them. There's so many possibilities. I had this beautiful webbing here that is just pattern print, really, really nice, pretty. And all I did was put a fob on it and it just glams it right up. So great way to make your keys easy to handle, easy to find. So I hope you like this project. Like, comment, and share. Purple Cats Quilting, Rimbey, Alberta, Canada. Have a great day.